You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Welcome to the White Wall Sessions Radio. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. On tonight's show, ToeKnee Tee, Black Widows, and Lucid VanGuard. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter by searching the White Wall Sessions. The White Wall Sessions would like to thank these fine sponsors for their support. Last Stop CD Shop, Bell Incorporated, Workplace IT Management, Ben's Brewing Company, Screenflare, J. Rick Music, The Pink Moon Room, Minuteman Press, and South Dakota Friends of Traditional Music. ToeKnee Tee is a one-man blues performer from Indianapolis, Indiana. Tony describes his music and style as dirty blues, with guitar, harmonica, stomp box, and some good old yellow.
Most folks stay home past 9 on Friday night, but I go drink and don't get back till 3 a.m. sometimes. Well, I see them lights in my rearview, look like a spaceship on my tail. Well, they'll take good care of you down at the Elkhart County Jail. Here come that chaplain, always trying to save my soul. They get you when you're desperate with no place to go. And it gave me a Bible and a headache, and I'm just trying to kill some time. You can take your books and dirty looks and stick them where the sun don't shine. Cops get bored and loaded, they mess with people cause they can. When you in handcuffs, ain't no time to be making demands. I said I know my rights, buddy, didn't work out too well. Well, they'll take good care of you down at the Elkhart County Jail.
We're here at the White Wall Sessions with ToeKnee Tee from Indianapolis, Indiana. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, you grew up in Elkhart, Indiana, right?
Elkhart, Indiana, yeah. Grew up in Elkhart, Indiana. A lot of factories, a lot of cops. So I'm a refugee from Elkhart, Indiana.
Can you call that South Chicago, or is it far enough away from...
Oh, it's far enough away to where you can't. Yeah, like we go to South Bend for like vacation. Chicago is just a dream, you know. Like if you make the 2-hour drive from there, it's like what is this?
So there is a connection between Elkhart and Sioux Falls, and that's Alex Drugstore, which you grew up going to and buying your Tootsie Rolls and such.
Oh, yeah.
And we had an Alex Drugstore. The brothers, one lived in Elkhart and one lived in Sioux Falls. So there you go.
Yeah.
And you have a friend that played on the White Wall Sessions, Lou Shields. Mm-hmm. Tell me about playing with Lou.
Yeah,
playing around.
Lou's awesome guy. We both skateboard, so we kind of bonded over that. And then, he does kind of a solo act, kind of a one-man band type situation. He loves old blues just like me, so we kind of bonded over that too. And we played, quite a few shows together, and just got to know each other and stuff. He's a cool cat, man.
Yeah. He's a good guy. So how long have you been playing then?
I've been doing the one-man band solo act for about 15 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a punk band earlier, and I would go before we were set to practice. I'd kind of sneak in beforehand and sit behind the drum set, stomp, on the kick drum, and then play guitar back there. I rearrange all the microphones, so then they'd show up, and everything was just disheveled, and they said, "What are you doing?" I don't know.
Did you play guitar in that band and sing?
Yeah, I played guitar. I started off playing bass guitar, but then I switched over to guitar, and then I sang. It was real like a skate punk band. It was a real fast, like Slayer tempo, but it was just, angry punk rock chords,
Yeah, right. I love that. I mean, there's a place for that is really touches, in my blood, but then you kind of grow out of that and you kind of do a lot of the stuff you're doing. So when did you write songs for that band?
Yeah. I wrote all the songs, and I think a lot of guys that, or at least from my experience, I've seen people that kind of get into the more like roots genre, whatever you want to call it. Kind of grew up listening to the same, punk bands like Minor Threat and Black Flag and stuff. Right. And then, they might have been in, faster bands, when they were kids and whatnot. And then it just kind of gravitated towards, doing your own thing. And, I think punk rock, like old school, stuff like that, and a lot of like blues music have kind of something in common as far as just, being unhappy with the current environment that they're in,
Right.
And where I think punk rock is more, just expressed, is expressed in anger and yelling and fast music and stuff. I think blues is more, stylish. It's a more stylish way to kind of tell that story.
But there's still kind of the same root of both of those, however it manifests into youth. Young angst versus blues is still kind of that trying to get a point across to someone.
Yeah.
So, your songs they're profound lyrics, storytelling songs. I mean, you tell stories, and you tell those stories and hitting all the syllables and the phonics and the rhymes. Did that evolve from those early days, or was it always there?
Yeah, I mean, I've been writing songs since 5 years old.
Really?
Yeah, my mom had a church organ in the house, so I'd kind of mess around with that and make up little songs, and then in my teenage years when I was about 13, 14, started getting into bands and whatnot and like writing lyrics. But I always like to, spin a yarn when I'm trying to, make a song kind of thing. Cause I try to, put myself maybe into another situation or maybe someone else's situation. And I take, ideas from, newspaper articles and just conversations at the bar. There used to be a bar where we used to live, that I would go there, and it was just the regulars that hung out there, a bunch of older guys, and I kind of sit in the corner and, have my beer, and I'd eavesdrop on some of their conversations and, listen to them, tell their stories to each other and stuff, and sometimes I'd go there with a notebook, honestly, and I'd write down certain things, but yeah, I try to tell a story through it, kind of, just because it's more entertaining and it kind of makes, a song, I think, flow better. instead of, some whiny, like, oh, she didn't love me anymore,
Right.
and just saying that over and over again kind of thing. So,
Well,
I don't know.
yeah, there's definitely a difference. And when you're taking real life and putting it to these stories, it's just like, poets and everything from beyond, but you're adding music to that. When you hear those guys in the bar, or you hear something, or you see something, and it turns into a song, when does the music happen? And when does it say that one needs an open tune slide, or that one needs regular chords?
I got a lot of songs that wear a lot of different hats, and sometimes I got to take the hat off and put a different, I got like country songs. I got a song right now called I'll Reach for the Bottle Before I Reach for You. And that originally wore a cowboy hat, but didn't really work out. So I had to take the cowboy hat off of him, and then I put like a trucker hat on him. And then, I wasn't really feeling that. So then I think I put a fedora on him, and then I changed his pants, and, still, it's a work in progress kind of thing. Like every, you might have these lyrics. It goes both ways. Sometimes I'll come up with a guitar line, and I'll be like, all right, well, we'll just, kind of puzzle piece these lyrics in here and maybe adjust to, make them work. Or sometimes I'll just have words, and I'll say, okay, well, this guitar might, let's try to work around these words to, get the timing right and make them all fit, to where I don't have to talk so fast and get every single word in there kind of thing,
Sure.
So it's just any kind of way I can make it happen, But yeah, I've definitely cannibalized certain songs and, changed, I put one guy in a suit and then I didn't like that. So then he was wearing a bikini at one point and just, it's just whatever it kind of calls for until I feel like it's right.
I was going to say, what tells you that's right then? I mean, when the personality of that song, from cowboy hat and then you went to bikini, that's a swing.
Mm-hmm.
When does it say, okay, that's the right personality for that song?
When I get sick of working on it and I'm just like, you've been in the changing room too long, man. If it, will work and it sounds good, I'm like, oh, okay, that will work, I guess. It's never going to be perfect.
Well, to tell you the truth, they come from miles around. Isn't best thing for when the sun go down. The candlestick maker, she burn my candle down. Well, you gonna want to get the water, or you better blow it out. Watered house, she turning off the lights. Something going down, you keep me up all night. The candlestick maker, she burned my candle down. Well, you gonna want to get the water, or you better blow it out. Watered house, it is a 4:45. She calling me the greatest man's alive. The candlestick maker, she burned my candle down. Well, you gonna want to get the water, or you better blow it out.
Coming up after the break, Black Widows.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Hi, I'm Ben Hanton, founder of Ben's Brewing Company. At Ben's, we've always appreciated the finer things in life, like great friends, great music, and great beer. Ben's Brewing Company is proud to announce our White Wall Session Ale. This light pale ale is sourced from the finest local ingredients and pairs exceptionally well with great friends and great music.
Enjoy responsibly. Ben's Brewing Company, Yankton, South Dakota.
Good people drink Ben's beer.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Black Widows describe themselves as surf roxotica, and they do not disappoint. With killer surf sounds and a great stage presence, they brought down the house and left our studio audience wanting more. Black Widows are Corinne Coette, guitar and vocals, Pamela Lazur, bass and vocals, and Kim Mancini, drums.
Helen Killer.
Anybody ever hear the story of cat with no eyes and no ears? Everybody thought she was a dumb cat until one day greatest fear became her last name. Her name was Helen. She got through all her lives and very little. She had a Tom or two, a Dick or Harry. So she's not the kind of cat that marry.
They call me Helen Killer and I'm in new hell. I was gonna be a lone cat out on the story. I don't need no tomcat, make my
Go to the street, progressively getting louder. We tried to ease you in, and we're playing low.
We're here at the White Wall Sessions with Black Widows from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Pamela, can you introduce the band?
I sure can. My name is Pamela. I play bass. This is Corinne in the middle. She plays guitar. Kim plays the drums.
And you're known at the Surf Rockzotica, yeah?
We made that up.
I was going to say that's pretty good.
Yeah. We like surf music. We like exotica music. We like rock music.
It's perfect. Perfect label. So when did you all start and how?
Sure. Well, Corinne and I were working together at a restaurant. We had a day shift together, I think, and we would listen to these playlists and talk about how we wanted to be in a surf rock band. And then we made it happen, an all-female surf rock band.
Boys. No
Yep.
offense, boys.
So we made it happen about 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
surf rock was kind of your thing? You just loved it, both of you?
I think that was the crossover. We both ended up, we like a lot of instrumental music collectively. We have a lot of records that are exotica records and stuff. So that was an easy place for us to start. I think it was just intuitive. I don't think we knew we were doing that. We were just writing music, but it kind of ended up, yeah.
So as you wrote, it just was going to turn out that
Yeah.
way.
Yep.
And then when did Kim come along?
A little of a year and a half.
Like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. What, you remember the date? You're good with that stuff.
Yeah, what day was
She's
it?
an editor. She remembers everything.
What time was it?
No, well, we played our first show together in March of last year. I had never been in a band before, and so they gave me a big chance by letting me, do this for the first time. And they're like, okay, we'll do this really easy show. It'll be super low key, like no big deal. And then right before, when they decided to tell me what it actually was, it was the Midwest Music Festival in Winona. And they're like, yes, there might be a lot of people there. I'm like, are you kidding me? I've never been in a band and never played a show. And my first show is going to be in front of all these people.
She did a great job.
Anyway.
And you were introduced by The Current.
Yeah, that was
and
very...
it was packed. And you did great. Nobody would have ever known.
Yeah, I wouldn't let anyone talk to me that night. I had these headphones on. And
She was a lone wolf.
She was a lone wolf.
Baptism by fire.
That was definitely how it was.
But you are a studied musician and drummer, so...
Yeah, talk about that. I mean, she's a solid drummer. That's a great drumming.
Thanks.
And that lays this foundation for, let's talk about the instruments, because the bass, when you've got that kind of space doing what you're doing on bass is just amazing. It's really, really cool.
It's fun.
Yeah. When you're writing the songs, when does the bass line come in?
Usually first or kind of second with guitar. Usually Corinne and I start the songs a lot of times with a bass riff.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, and then we build off of that.
Because that's the spine of the song.
Yeah, like even when I write guitar parts, I sometimes write a bass line first. Obviously, you're the bass player, so I hear the bass first. I think both of us do.
So music first when you're writing, or you get a groove and it may be an instrumental, it may be have some words. How does that happen?
And sometimes things go both ways. Sometimes we start with a song that we think will have words, and then we realize it's way cooler as an instrumental. For example, Scam Likely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, sometimes our lyrics are too weird. And we're like, I don't think people are going to get like this at all because it's way too weird. It's about phone scams.
I wondered where that came from.
Yeah, we got to work it out a little bit so it's accessible. We wrote a song called "March of the Human Hot Dog" about Donald Trump, and
we love it.
We had a really good time recording that. We pulled pretty much every instrument out to make noise at the end, but playing it live is a totally different.
We got a lot of stairs.
What is happening right now? So we don't play that one anymore.
Do you always write together, or do you write individually and kind of bring a song to someone else or the other person?
We have written individually, but generally it's the two of us. And then, we've had different musicians circulate through. We've played with a second guitar player, fourth person. We've had backup vocalists, go-go dancers.
Yeah, tell me about the Black Widows go-go dancers.
So, I have kind of a history in performance and dance and was in a burlesque show for a while. So I've done some choreography. And my friend, who's also a performer, we just were like, we need go-go dancers. Like, obviously, you know?
Yeah.
And definitely, like, you know, a completely female. We did it way before Lizzo, actually. I love Lizzo. No, love you, Lizzo. We just wanted, like, this kind of storm of women. So we have some women that hula hoop. We did some choreography. But yeah, it got a little carried away for a while. I felt like it was like the Black Widows go-go dancers with the Black Widows. Like we're like the backing band for the, but that's okay. That was cool.
Did you recruit them or did they just start growing themselves? Okay.
Yeah, what was fun about it was like a lot of our friends.
Yeah.
We did hold some auditions later. Summer shows we do some block parties and stuff. So it's fun for that because kids come up and dance and it's kind of wild. But yeah, so we're pretty stripped down right now. Mm-hmm.
So, talk about recording and albums. You've got at least an EP.
We have lots of EPs because we don't have an attention span.
Like, all right, here's some songs.
Well, actually, what's happened is we've like just played so much. We toured a lot this summer. We ended up playing like 1 to 3 shows a week, and then. Poor Kim.
Was that accurate,
Kim? She was
Kim?
going to be in like a casual cover band, her first band, and we're like, all right, here's our calendar for the
ninth
next year.
show.
9th show this week. We're a little ambitious, so we haven't had a lot of time to really sit down, and so now we're going to do that. We're kind of hibernating this fall and winter a little bit, playing a couple shows a month. But
so when you're recording, are you trying to capture the live sound and put it on?
Not
medium?
necessarily.
Yeah, we have done a live EP, and I think that definitely captures the live sound. But I think for this next project, it might go a little bit different direction. We have some ideas, maybe like disco, maybe like
thing.
Who knows?
Kim's over there. She says, I've been hanging on since the very beginning.
Yeah.
She said, slow down. I was like, okay.
Well, what's cool, you haven't been part of the writing process and the recording process that much because we got booked a lot right when you entered the band, so you haven't really had that experience. So it's going to be fun to write with Kim.
Addie Mae, she was the baddest gal in town. She was raised by her daddy, and her daddy was the meanest man
Coming up after the break, Lucid VanGuard.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Hi, I'm Ben Hanton, founder of Ben's Brewing Company. At Ben's, we've always appreciated the finer things in life, like great friends, great music, and great beer. Ben's Brewing Company is proud to announce our White Wall Session Ale. This light pale ale is sourced from the finest local ingredients and pairs exceptionally well with great friends and great music.
Enjoy responsibly. Ben's Brewing Company, Yankton, South Dakota.
Good people drink Ben's beer.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Lucid VanGuard is a five-piece alt-rock band from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Led by Carl Ramis, Lucid VanGuard is just one personality of Kremblums, a record label and music collective comprised of these multifaceted artists. Each member of this band have solo projects they lead and direct, with the other members playing different roles. Lucid VanGuard is Carl Ramis, guitar and vocals, Bailey Cogan, keys and vocals, Dayton Brock, guitar, Christian Wheeler, guitar and vocals, and Warren Thomas Fenzi, drums and vocals.
Riding the light as it shines from the east. Thunderous tides pull the fiber. I will reside where the sky meets the sea. Walk in the night where the time blurs, fixing my eye on some cyber debris, setting fire to the nightmares, the barbed wire of a karmic disease. I have a burning desire, fog in the glass of all the windows I see.
All right. Thank you.
All right, we're here at the White Wall Sessions with Carl Remus of Lucid VanGuard. Welcome, Carl.
Hello. Nice to be here.
Can you introduce this great set of musicians you had with you tonight?
Yep. So Warren Thomas Fenzi's playing drums, singing background vocals. Christian Wheeler was playing bass. Bailey Cogan was playing keyboards and singing background. And Dayton Brock on guitar. And
you were all from Minneapolis, Minnesota, right?
Yeah, that's where we live right now. Some people are from elsewhere originally, but yeah.
How do you all are kind of in a collective up there. Tell me about how that works.
Yeah, we're part of a music collective and like kind of a record label that we kind of independently run called Crumblums, which is short for Creative Emblems of a Blue Soul Renaissance.
Nice.
Lengthy name, so that's why we call it Crumblums for short. Yeah, and all of us are like unique songwriters in our own right and multi-instrumentalists, so what you saw tonight, Lucid VanGuard, is like my group. I write the songs for, play guitar in. So it's like my vision. But then within Crumblums, say like Bailey has a group called 26 Bats, where they're the lead singer, keyboardist, and I play guitar. And, you know, it's kind of just switching around with who writes the songs, and they're different groups.
So that's interesting. Did that just sort of happen, or was that planned by a bunch of you guys?
A little bit of both. Yeah, it's kind of, we were all like originally started playing in Lucid VanGuard, and then within that we started playing some of Warren's songs, and then Bailey was kind of doing a whole nother like electronic project, and then it all kind of like spawned off of that, and then new groups were created, and kind of just new roles were assigned for those.
Is Crumblum, was saying that right?
Crumblums.
Is that, you have a record label too?
Yeah, it's just like in our house.
Okay.
But yeah.
Tell me about
we
that.
We self-release everything. It's kind of what we mean by that, and just do it on our own.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's not too much to it. It sounds fancier than it is. But
Are you all from the same part of Minneapolis? Or well, you said a couple guys are from outside.
Bailey and I are from the same area, like Roseville, Minnesota, kind of, which is just a suburb of Minneapolis.
Yep.
Christian is from Eden Prairie, I believe, which is another suburb. Dayton, I'm not sure where he's from. I know he's like from somewhere. And where are you from? I didn't realize you're in here. Oh, you're from South St. Paul? Okay, cool. And then Warren's from Arizona originally. So he's kind of the...
And how did you meet Warren? You two were roommates in college or something?
Yeah. We met at Berkeley College of Music.
Oh, you went to Berkeley? All
briefly,
right.
Yeah.
Nice. So, the logistics of this sort of collective and getting together for this project and that project, how does that... I mean, how do you do that? Is that a hindrance to some people, or does music change based on if people can get to the room or not?
I mean, we've had a very like scheduled out practice routine, which has allowed like everybody kind of had their time slot during the week that we all committed to. So that was kind of like rationed out the equal portions of time for everybody to kind of have their moment to lead a group.
Sure.
But yeah, there's definitely been hindrances of just like push and pull of like maybe one group is like consuming a lot of time, and then I don't know, this is band dynamics.
Something in the water, my genetic pool, killing me with karma, drowning me in you. And I can feel the nausea spinning on a spool, stuck inside nostalgia, fountain of my youth. Yes, I believe our time will come. I'm pressing for better days, setting the record straight. But in my teeth and biting my tongue, I'm questioning everything 24/7 days. Oh. I'm feeling mighty awestruck. This pain letter talking down to you. I'm screaming out a mantra with nothing left to lose. Look at how it starts, struck with normal people blues. Pushing on some hard luck in someone else's shoes. I become a monster, I should get a clue. Yes, I believe our time will come. I'm pressing for better days, setting the record straight. Cutting my teeth and biting my tongue. I'm questioning everything 24/7 days of. I wanna figure you out. 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 There's something in the water, my genetic pool, killing me with karma, drowning me in you. And I can feel the nausea spinning on a spool, stuck inside nostalgia, fountain of my youth. Yes, I believe our time will come. I'm pressing for better days, setting the record straight, cutting my teeth and biting my tongue. I'm questioning everything 24/7 days of.
Thank you. That's probably the loudest we're going to get in here tonight, but we had to let it out.
The White Wall Sessions is recorded at Last Stop Studios in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and is produced by Spectrum Films Incorporated. Executive producers are Jeff Zuger, Doug Taylor, Greggy Johnson, and Jay Fishback. Head of broadcast is Dave Palmer. Associate producer is Mike Yeager. The White Wall Sessions Radio is produced and edited by Jeff Zuger. Audio recording and mixing by Carl Koiser, Kevin Phipps, and Dave Palmer. Scheduling and artist relations, Tom Eisner. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. Join us next week, same time, same station.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.